the last man standing. 4-5, sitting on my dresser like a bandit. Oh my, why you scared? There ain't no need to panic. I ain't on the wave, I could sink the tides.
This episode of Noonish is brought to you by JW Group. Screwball, peanut butter whiskey, high energy models and events. Tech for Troops, T4T, baby. Verve Performance Labs. The original Shot Sock, now with that my Shot Sock. And Specs Wine, Spirits, and the Finer Foods.
What's up, everybody? Man, how y'all doing today? Y'all see the jersey? Y'all see what's going down? Reppin', baby.
Close.
Hey, it was close. It was close. We're going to get to it. But hey, man, thank y'all for joining us again for another great episode of Noonish, man. Coming back at you this week with my awesome co-host. I am your host, J.A., a.k.a. Jonathan Anderson. Here with us, we got Mr. El Grande Toro Jonas Bull in the house.
Hey, good morning.
One time for the one time. What's going down, man?
It's going. It's going.
Happy to see you, man, after that whole situation. Bro.
Yeah, we can bring that up later.
Yeah, that was crazy.
when we talk about Formula One racing. And
yeah, we'll talk about blowouts in another fashion a little bit later.
Yeah.
Also joining us, you know who it is. Half man, half amazing, always on time.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's get it. Let's get it. What's up, man?
What's good?
Hey,
Mr. Mark Clayton in the house.
Ready to get this show on the road, baby.
Yeah, man, getting it rolling. And hey, we got a very special guest in the house. Man served us 20 years on them streets, 22. Emmitt Smith on them streets, man. You know?
This boy crazy.
Retired, you know?
Right.
Dr. Tre Pennie in the
Tre
house. What's
Pennie.
going down, bro?
Man, glad to be here, brother.
Man, welcome, man.
Appreciate
So
you.
happy to have you
Appreciate
right
you.
here with us, man.
Yeah.
Appreciate you guys. Yes, sir.
Yeah, a lot
Yes,
to
sir.
talk about,
Glad to be
man.
here.
Got that Texas
man.
Tech on the
Hey, you
chest.
know I had to come in and rep.
Yeah, he did. That's
Tossed it up on the
bold.
table.
That's
you know?
bold.
Getting ready, man. The Tech boys, they gonna win this weekend?
You know they did.
Yeah?
They
Coming out.
They fought Houston, man. It was a hard
That was
fight,
good
but
one.
you know they had to clean them up real good.
Oh, yeah. Oh, they played that Saturday night game.
Ooh.
I put down a couple margaritas watching that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. That's what's up, man.
Yeah.
So you repping hard at Texas Tech.
Oh, you already know, man. Look, Tech, man. I've been with Tech a long time, man.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey.
we just hoping
Who
that
would-
they can go ahead and make it over the hump once and for all, man.
Yeah, man. That'll be huge because they come out of nowhere.
Yeah.
That'd be serious if that happened.
Hey, man. Look,
You know, if you can't win it with Pat Mahomes, dog, you gonna.
Hey. Look, best quarterback in NFL right now, man.
Yeah,
Come
ready,
out of Tech, so we got to represent.
Yeah, right on, man. How you feel about OU? You know?
Man, look, them cats get ready to lead Big 12, man, so I don't know. I don't know
Yeah.
where
don't
it's
know.
going to be, man.
Y'all just open up the door. Maybe y'all can get a Big 12 championship now.
Wow, that's crazy. You see that? You see that?
Maybe.
But what
It
we
might be
do
the time.
know, we do know with the competition you guys gonna have, you ain't gonna be winning no SEC championship.
I
no
bet we
time
win
soon.
the SEC championship before y'all win the Big 12 championship.
Dang.
Bet.
bro.
Man, you know what?
Bet.
So that was a good move. That could be a good move for OU and Texas to get out of there so some other schools can get some notoriety like Baylor and Texas Tech.
You know what I'm saying?
Well, we need to bring in some more.
Take
teams.
in
We
one
gotta
of them
bring in some
seeds.
we got to bring in some big talent in the Big 12.
Yeah,
that whole thing got to
Yeah.
change.
So didn't
They
they
do.
bring in 4 new teams last week?
They're applying.
Yeah.
I mean,
teams
it's
that's
likely.
applying.
Yeah.
Central Florida, Houston.
I can see Houston
BYU.
being good.
Arkansas State.
Arkansas State?
Man.
Who else? North South.
Come on, man. Come on, you playing with us now, man. Come on.
Little pistol starter.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah, right.
That's a big deal, though. But no, Trey, man, what you been up to, bro? Like, you've been here, there, and
Man.
everywhere, man, here recently.
Been
on
busy,
TV.
man.
you're busier now than you were when you were working.
Yeah. You know what, man? I've been an advocate for law enforcement for a long time, man, and just being able to go out and do what I do best without having to, worry about the political powers that be. I mean, it's just that much more easier for me. So,
Nice.
very appreciative of my long career with Dallas Police Department. But, guys, the policing is changing. It's changing, and if you can't change the system from within, man, you got to change it from everything around, So I'm going into these communities, man, interacting with people and just, let them know that, hey, all these narratives you hear about pushing your police out, and man, that don't work. It don't work, especially for the cities or communities that's already struggling. They need their police. So
you're not on the defund the police?
no way, bro. I came from that. I came from that type of that type of city. In Houston, we just talking about Houston, man. I grew up under that. Defund the police. Don't want the police in our community, but at the same time, we were being victimized far more than anywhere else in the country at the time. L.A. had criminal gangs at the time, and we had the murder rate was higher in Houston at the time than L.A. L.A. back then. So, it was a whole nother world I was living in. So that whole idea about not wanting police there, and it's not a real thing, man. It's like everyone's an advocate until they become a victim. And for my life, that was me. I had to. I was one of these young advocates. We don't want the police here, man. And I had to see my cousin get killed in front of me at the age of 16. That changed my life. So a lot of people, a lot of families. Look at what's happening in these major cities, Detroit and Chicago, and a lot of these families living within this body of crime that they can't get away from. So we don't want to run police out of those communities because they need to be there to protect the people that can't protect themselves.
You one of the good guys though, man. Like it's because coming up, it's like a complete. And I don't know if this is how you were before you had that experience at the age of 16, and then you made the choice to go on and to get into law enforcement. But just the way that we scared of a lot of people are scared of police, growing up, right? And it's kind of frowned upon, right? The whole profession and that, that criminal justice system, right? In our neighborhoods and in our community. In that community. Yeah. So, how, because that.
Well, why?
And we got to break those norms, man. We got to stop letting. Well, we got the wrong influences in the community that promotes these ideas. You know what I'm saying? They benefit off of your fear. They benefit off of you saying, the police are the enemy. So we create this whole idea of. Look, everybody got to have an enemy. You know what I'm saying? You think about it in all your Marvel comics. You got the enemy.
Baby.
If you know who the enemy is, it's that much more easier for you to target the enemy. It's that much more easier for you to go against that group of people.
For sure.
And police just so happen to become that enemy because they're easy target. You know who they are. You know that they represent government or they represent this structure in community. So it's easy for the people that's on these narratives to put that in the community and target the community against their police.
And also, just like any other, whatever it may be, like there's always bad apples. It's not just in cops. It's in any office across America. You know what I'm saying? So, and it's unfortunate those bad apples are the ones that represent the whole. You know what I'm saying? So, I was watching one of your shows the other day that you did. I forget exactly which one it was, but you told a story. I don't want to tell your story. I'd like for you to tell the story.
Man,
about
I can say which one.
Right. So, I was that young kid that was on the sidewalk with my head down between my legs that day, And, but, actually, I was one that was on the bike, though.
Man.
But can you kind of tell that story and, like, just the difference between the way that people police and what it's really about and what it should be about?
I can say this. Look, when I joined Dallas Police back in '99, man, that was this divide between the police and the community. It was, this was a real situation. But, and you had a lot of officers that came, like I said, they taking officers from different states, and the interactions were going to be completely different. So when they told me I was going to be assigned to Oak Cliff, which was the bad area at the time or whatever, right? Hey man, I wanted to go. That's what that's where I'm comfortable at. I'm comfortable in those spaces. But a lot of people didn't want to be there. So just taking you back to that story, that was this tension between the police and the community, specifically in this apartment complex. Really, it's a bad apartment complex, had a lot of shootings, a lot of different stuff going on. So me, being the officer I'm gonna drive through and meet and greet everybody, do everything I can to just, kind of break that ice down, let everybody know that, hey, you got real police here that support you.
Bring like a suburb feel to the inner city. That's how some of those police out in the burbs
be like that.
Police.
Right. That's how the policing should be. We can't just talk about community policing when something happened. You know what I'm saying? Community policing is like this whole thing of engaging your community before that situation occurs.
It takes a village to raise these kids, right?
It does.
And the police are part of it, but I don't want to interject in your story.
No, man, you're good. No, man, I just remember, I was driving in through this apartment complex, man, and I tell it from a, more so a political perspective because I want people to see that dichotomy between the two. I'm driving in through the apartment complex, and I see this kid sitting on the curb with his head down between his legs. And, I drive up on side of him. I lean out the window. Hey, little man, everything all right? And he lift his head up. He said, I'm just tired. Put his head back down. I get out the car, walk over to him, say, hey, man, little man, everything all right? What's wrong? And he look up, and he see his buddies riding off on their bikes. He said, my buddy got they riding off on their bikes, and I don't have one. Yeah. And he put his head back down. And I was like, well, why you don't have a bike? He said, my mama couldn't afford to give me a bike. I said, all right. Well, hold on, little man. I'll be right back. So I jumped in my squad car, man. At the time, this was when they had that Toys R Us over off of Redbird.
Yeah.
Man, I'm coming. I'm doing code 3, you know what I'm saying? Without lights and siren, man. I'm going over here.
Right.
And I run in, man. I go grab the best bike I can find in here, man. And I, get the bike and throw it in the back of the squad car. And I'm praying the whole time this kid's still going to be there. Because like I said, there ain't no, this was over like off of Keys. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
so I'm,
no
I'm
guarantee he's going to be there when you get back.
No guarantee, man. Yeah. I'm telling you, when I tell you code 3, it was code 3, man. I was trying to get it. So I'm praying the whole time, man. I get there, and true enough, I get there, little dude still sitting there, man. And I get out the car, and I give him the bike, man. Just to see the glow in this kid's eye, man. Yeah. And I give him the bike, and he jump on, and he take off with his friends, And I'm thinking about this, like, politically, this is this community. This community has been sitting on the sidelines all these years, like every other community around them are taking off on their bikes. Yeah. Right. And you got this community with the underserved majority minority districts are sitting on the corner while everyone else is taking off. Absolutely. And they don't have their bike. Yes. And they just waiting for somebody to give them that opportunity or give them that, metaphorically speaking, their bike so they can take off.
The resource.
That was the real story, man. And this kid, man, like I said, I'm hoping. Now I didn't get a chance to interact with the kid. I didn't see him after that. But I'm hoping that experience puts something in that kid to let him believe that you know what, this is real police. Yes. This is what this is. Yes. You know what I'm saying?
This is what it's about. It's not everything I'm watching on TV and hearing from people around me. Right?
These few isolated incidents.
Yeah. And you know what? Look, when those situations
see
happen,
every
man,
day.
Yes.
When those situations happen, these are bad situations when officers out here, hurting the community, doing different stuff. Man, we got to hold them people accountable. I'm all for you. I'm the first one to say, hey, man, go get them. Let's hold them people. You got to get them out our ranks, man.
Absolutely.
Yes.
Because it makes it hard for guys that's really trying to do a good job for their community to do their job when you got idiots out there doing stuff they ain't supposed to do. Yeah. I'm all for that, man. We can handle that. You're gonna catch very many arguments from people within law enforcement because they don't want it. They don't want to deal with that either. So, you know, that's a non-issue.
Right, yeah. I mean, and that's, you think, like, why? Well, we know why. Will you see that incident played on TV over and over and over and over and over and over and over again?
Oh, yeah. It sells.
Like,
well, I mean, it's pushed. Kind of like music.
By who?
Like the power
of that beat. The power of that
music. They rather, they rather hear and play 100,000 times the most ignorant lyrics in the world and never play like Common or somebody that's actually got something behind their message that's good and empowering, right?
Right.
They'll mum them, they'll shush them.
Yeah.
Right.
But anything that's actually bringing value, like they'll shush them. But those that help push their message and what they want people to believe, like it's insane, bro. It's insane. So.
And it's easy, man. It's easy to be, when you vulnerable, man, it's easy to be a victim, man. It's easy for somebody to tell you something that whether they're going to radicalize you one way or the other, they can do it because.
Oh, that's education.
Yeah, I mean, that's it.
Yeah, most people are not studied.
That's 90% of
nobody's
the people
really
out there. There's so many followers.
Like, they're going to read their own shit.
Yeah, they're going to read Facebook messages.
That's it. Facebook,
Facebook articles.
Why do research? You know what? This is true. Right. It's on Facebook.
Yeah. That's how come on now.
You want to make somebody run, just say, let's just look at the stats.
Yeah.
The what?
Exactly.
Fuck no.
Exactly. Take it to the math. And that's why I love math.
Look at the
math is my favorite
math is amazing.
subject because that's the only true answer. Like the exact science, bro. Like if we can't go by these stats, I don't want to go by the conversation, bro. I don't want to have a conversation that I can't bring these facts into the game.
Objective,
But yeah, so now you're retired, formerly sergeant. Tre Pennie now, Dr. Tre
Dr.
Pennie, bro.
Pennie,
I mean,
Dr.
what?
Tre.
Now, was that earned, bro?
Was
Was
it
that just
doctor?
like you
Man,
just
look,
going?
no, I'm a doctor of education, man.
That's
what I'm
talking
this
about.
is, you know, like I said, I tell my story, my journey,
Yeah.
you know, to be able to come from where I come from and be now at this point in my life, be a doctor of education, you know, from a real school, right? A tier one research institution.
This guy.
A technical university.
Right.
Yeah.
No, man. No, look, I tell you, man, just to be able to, you know, to have the title, you know, I get a lot of respect when I go to, you know, whatever state I'm in, doing
Right.
what I do, man. They know that I'm coming with a, you know, I'm coming with some real, you know, power behind me and what I'm saying. It's not just, I'm not just throwing some theoretical stuff out there I want you to hear. And
Now, how's that perceived in the community? Because a lot of times, low-income communities, somebody come in, doctor, automatically, because you think you're better than me.
yeah, you
College
know what?
My
boy,
ears don't quite,
Yeah,
they don't work the
College
same.
boy.
No,
Yeah,
no, you know what?
so-
Go get a
you
book,
make that,
college boy.
you do
Right.
make that connection, man. You know what? You got to know where you at. It ain't about
Yeah.
where you from. It's about where you at. So
Yep.
regardless of what room you in,
Yep.
you need to be able to engage that room wherever you at. You know what I'm
Absolutely.
saying?
No.
So they may introduce me as Dr. Tre Pennie, but I'm gonna come in, depending on who the
Be
audience
real.
is. They need to get a chance to meet Tre. They need to know who Tre is. You know what I'm saying? They need to know
Yeah.
why. You know, why is that title relative to this particular situation? If it's not relative, hey, we're not gonna even talk about it.
Yeah.
You know, we're gonna go.
That's what's up.
What connects you to me? You know,
Mhm.
what makes you understand what makes me tick,
Yeah.
right? If I can give you I can go through my life story. You just, man.
Yeah, something on there.
It's just real, man.
Yeah,
It's like
we're gonna-
something that
Yeah.
and I want people to see that there are real people out here that just genuinely want to help.
Yeah.
Man, it's you know, I want to tell all the young people out there, especially all the, you know, the guys that's trying to get it in you know, in society.
Mhm.
Just don't be so vulnerable to everybody that think that they want to help you,
Right.
or say that they want to help you. Man, you got to be smart. You
Right.
got to be able to read between the lines because everybody wants something. You know,
Oh, for sure.
and
Yeah.
it just, you know, we get taken advantage of so often because, you know, our young
Ignorance.
people, they just don't see it. They don't see it
Ignorance.
until it's too late.
So,
Ignorant.
so this guy that's
We
calling
are
me
ignorant.
about my car warranty, that's probably not legit. Is that what you?
It's probably not.
Is it-
You
it's
look, you
not
gotta
really
find out
about
what you
helping.
gonna get out of it and what he gonna get out of it. You just gotta
Right.
look at the two, man.
Like the story about the bike.
Yeah.
There is some people out there. I'm not gonna name any names, but there's some people out there who are gonna say, but that's not sustainable. Like that's just you doing one thing one time. How many times can you keep doing that?
I got it.
And what's and I feel like you got an answer to that. So what would that answer be?
Okay, so depending on what we're talking about, are we
Right.
talking about the system itself that's creating these low socioeconomic situations for the people that are living in these communities,
Mhm.
right? If we're talking about addressing that, then yeah, we got to start looking at the leaders, the people that we'll put in
Right.
office, and the policies that are impacting the way that people live,
Mhm.
right? And then there's oftentimes this big disconnect between the people that represent districts and who actually live in the district.
That's
There's
a
a big
fact.
disconnect. So, but if we're talking about it from a law enforcement perspective, I think that every police agency they have to do a better job of engaging the communities. You know, what
So
I mean.
it's
Well,
not
then there's
necessarily. I'm just trying to understand what you're saying. Not so much for myself because I think I got a pretty good handle on it, but for other people that may be
Yeah.
listening, that you're not saying that every officer needs to go out and buy somebody a bike.
Nah.
You're saying that they need to
we
engage.
to make ourselves available. You need
Yeah.
to meet people. You need to know who's in
people
your
where they
community.
are. Right.
Yeah.
You know what? I'll say this: if we can solve so many more crimes that happen in our communities, if we
Mhm.
just simply get out and go talk to people.
Yes.
Like
Right.
there's a
Relationship.
culture within
Yeah.
the black community as a whole. You know, you hear stories about, you know, no snitching or whatever.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
But that was a real thing that I grew
Snitches
up under.
get
you know?
stitches.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Yeah.
That was real, you know, because nobody wanted to
Yeah.
talk. Nobody wanted to be that one that they, you know, that told. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Right.
Yeah.
But like I said, I'm gonna have to coin this, man. Like I said, everyone's an advocate until they become a victim.
Yeah,
That's
absolutely.
That's the realest thing you will
Yeah.
ever hear anybody
Yeah.
say, man.
Yeah.
Because
Get a
you know they
shirt.
can carry that flag
Put that on
all
the
the way
shirt.
to the
Right.
end
Yeah.
until it happened to you.
Right,
You
right.
know. So
That's a
I'm
fact,
gonna just
yeah.
say, look, from a community perspective, the community has to be willing to take responsibility and accountability for what happens to their communities. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
we growing up, our community, we wanted to police ourselves, right? We had the wrong people helping us, but we want to police ourselves. And I'm not saying nothing wrong with that, good or bad. You know, you got to want to do that, right? You got to want to see better. You know what I'm saying? If your streets are riddled with crack on the corners, ain't nothing wrong with you. You know what I'm saying? You doing what you need to do to get that crack off you live right across the street.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? You got to get this out of here.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
And by that same token, the law enforcement that's policing, treat the people with respect.
Yeah.
Get a chance, go meet them, get a chance to see what they need.
Yeah.
And that's going to help cultivate that relationship to where it could build into something, right?
Right.
When you get information, not necessarily about them snitching on somebody now.
Right.
Now it's like, okay, I'm telling my friend such and such, Officer Pennie,
Right.
I'm telling him because I know him. I know he going to look out for what's happening to me and my family. He trusts me.
Right.
Yeah.
Right? And from the political side, man, these politics are so fake. I'm just telling people, look, I ran for Congress, right?
Right.
Yeah, I'm a congressional candidate. I ran in a majority minority district, and I did that on purpose. I did that because I wanted people to see that there was something different. You can put your money, you can put your time behind somebody that look like you, think like you, that understand you, and not have to stick with the status quo.
Right.
Right? We have to, as a community, do a better job of selecting our leaders.
Yeah.
When you put people in that don't really have a conceptual understanding of how you live, you're gonna keep getting this reciprocal effect of crime and violence and low education and all these same things we talking about.
Because nobody's really understanding what the problems are.
Yeah, that shit comes from the household.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so parenting is a big part of it. I hear people always talk about that.
There's 4,600 kids with no homeless kids in Dallas right now.
Oh man, I'm glad you see. That's what you have so many people that take that and they say, all these households that don't have fathers in them in the household, or these households that don't have parents. Well, you know what? You got a lot of issues with that. I got a lot of problems with that because I was raised by my grandmother.
Yeah.
I didn't have the father in the household. You got a father that's abusive or a father that's on drugs. You don't want that person in the household. You know what I'm saying? So that's a whole nother dynamic. And then what about the single mom that's having to work most of her time? And then
absolutely,
this kid, all they got is, they got school and sports.
Yeah.
They don't know nothing else. That's it.
And fucking social media.
And social media. They're learning everything they can right there.
And the friends that they running around with, right? And the people that, when they parents out there, who's taking them under their wing? You know what I'm saying? You never know how that person's going to influence them. You know what I mean?
And those are real things, man. I'd say literally, man, the streets raised me, man. I picked everything that I learned in the streets.
Yeah.
And I think it's important to have a certain level of street knowledge.
Experience.
And experience.
Yeah.
While also having your academic experience. Guys, do what you need to do in school. Learn.
That makes a holistic person. That makes someone that's seen both ends of the spectrum.
Man.
And can better understand the conversations here and can really give some valid input in the conversations here.
Yep.
Yeah.
Right? And that kind of, I'm glad I forgot my question a second ago because I remember it now. You know what I'm saying? That's a perfect segue. Right? So, after 22 years of experience as a cop, you know what I'm saying, growing up, and it looks like you were doing college and schooling at the same time as you were going through your career as a cop, and then after your first run as for District 30, right, for the Congress, right, what did you learn about yourself? Because it seems like you're a person that's comfortable being uncomfortable, right?
You know what? I learned, first of all, I learned a lot about politics. I mean, that's before, man, I used to put these politicians on a pedestal, man. It was like I just really believed that our, governor or senator or whatever, you put them on a pedestal because you think that they something bigger than you are, man.
Yeah.
But man, when you get a chance to actually, politic and get a chance to meet these people, you realize that, man, they're just people. You know what I'm saying? They're just people. Yeah. And now whether or not those people relate to how you understand politics, that's for you to determine. But you got to be in that space in order to see how things really work. Yeah. A lot of these cats are just trying to get reelected. They don't care about what happened in their district. They don't care, but they try to get
Give
reelected.
Me the security and the check, baby.
That's it.
Like what they saying? Okay, I can say that.
Oh, for sure.
No plans. That'll be the last thing on the agenda.
If
we get to it, we'll take care of it. But no, man, like that's what I appreciated about you. You know what I'm saying? Because you really in the streets. You really 22 years, you deep in the streets and most people in the streets because you seeing it going on in several different spaces and the different dynamics and how these dynamics clash with one another. You know what I'm saying? So, just much respect to you, bro, and what you're doing, bro.
Thank you.
I voted for you, you know what I'm saying? Everybody I could tell to vote for you, bro. Like, I threw mine down. I don't even talk about my voting and all
Let me
that
tell you
stuff.
something. I will say this, man. In a district, and this is unheard of. A lot of people don't realize. I mean, you take your own political perspective, however you want to do it. But I ran in a district that a majority minority district where it wasn't expected to have nobody come out and vote for me. I ran it against a 30-year incumbent.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh, yeah.
Man, I could say for me to run in that kind of district, it meant a lot to have 48,000 people come out and vote for me and raise over $500,000 on my own.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
That's awesome.
You know, it just means a lot.
And honestly,
For sure.
bro, like if the
$250,000
president can only
race.
have an 8-year term, why is somebody in the office for 30 years, dog? Like,
That's a whole nother discussion.
I don't get that. Those are laws and rules that just don't make sense to me. You know, if this is the, never mind. We ain't gonna get into politics because I ain't trying to get into politics. I'm just saying if the president can only get 8,
man.
I don't think nobody should be able to sit in a seat for more than 8.
I'm gonna vote one time. One
That's
time. I'm gonna vote
you know,
one time in my lifetime.
Because things evolve.
And it's gonna be for my sister. That's it.
I'm gonna vote for
Y'all
her
enjoy
too.
that.
I'm gonna vote for her too because she
Right.
makes some real funny
TikTok
videos,
she's
dog.
talented.
She on point with the TikToks.
Yeah,
TikToks.
Yeah.
Well, Dr. Trey, I don't know if you know about Noonish, but we are sports and tech.
I already
program.
know.
You know,
I
you got
already
your
know. Look, I told
guns
you I
up.
came ready.
Repping, you know what I'm saying? We everybody repping
It
today,
is.
baby. Jonas got the headband on, getting it in.
He back.
you know?
No.
Yeah, bro. Back,
He
dog.
back,
You know when
baby.
Jonas got the headband on, it's gonna be a great day.
It's gonna be
You
good.
know, so
Let's fucking go.
But yeah, so you know, I think the biggest battle right now,
Yeah.
the talk of the town right now that
Talk
we
of the
have
town.
to dive into first and foremost is Kanye versus Drake.
It's funny.
Donda versus CL, certified lover boy.
I love it. Certified
You know what I'm
lover
saying?
boy.
Certified lover boy,
Cer-
man.
cer-
How
Certified
do you
lover
get that
boy
What
wins.
is the certification body?
Putting all your baby mamas on the cover. Certified.
That's like LL Cool J. That's like an LL Cool J. They love new album. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Bringing it
funny.
back.
Yeah.
I'm rocking with Drake, man.
You
100%,
rocking with Drake?
man.
Hey,
Drake represented that TSU on there. You saw that, right?
Yeah, so he
Oh,
got you
okay.
with TSU,
Yeah.
man.
He got me with that with the whole man. He just the whole H-Town thing, man. He did it.
Yeah, he
See,
did that thing.
I wasn't gonna
I
let
thought it was a
Drake.
chopped and screw song in the
Which
front.
I-
I was like, wait,
hold
wait,
on
man.
now.
Hold up. Yeah.
So that was I got excited and disappointed when it wasn't.
When it
something
wasn't what I
fire,
thought
bro.
it was gonna be.
I thought he was about to
Yeah,
chop
I thought
something
it was
up,
going.
bro. Break
I
his
was
down,
like-
get Thug on there or something, you know, like little
Like
Paul Wall,
Man.
bring somebody in the mix,
Yeah.
dog. But
Yeah.
Just giving a shout out, man. So
I
because
loved
of
it,
that,
though. I like
you
the
know,
taste.
I'm going Kanye, and we don't get enough props. So I do appreciate Drake. Appreciate that, bro. I'm with you, Drake. But hey, to me, Drake, his album just sound like another Drake album, bro. And he's
It
had
did
better.
sound like another Drake album.
He's had better
That's a
albums.
fact.
Hey,
Yeah.
that's what make
You
it
know,
good,
That's a
man.
fact.
So
But I ain't gonna take
That
his
was
thing
good.
from Kanye, man. Kanye did his thing. I had to listen to it about 4 or 5 times before it
Yeah.
just really
You had
jumped
to like
on me.
make
but
it.
I was
So you
alright.
forced it.
Yeah, well,
see, you said guess who's going to jail tonight? You know, it's like, hold on. You talking about jail? No, this ain't
guess
about
who
that.
going to jail?
Ain't
tonight?
about
Now
that.
that's his
Ain't
favorite
about
song.
Oh,
One
man.
of you mother going
Guess who's
tonight.
going to jail tonight?
Hey,
Hey, turning up. Code 3.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you the one. Let go,
So funny.
bro.
Yeah, bro. So,
good, man.
Jonas, I know you listen to it because
I did
you
listen
read,
to
you
it.
mad
I'm
recent.
old school, man.
Okay.
I just, I was my son's, talking about some mixes of stuff that he was listening to. I'm like, boy, let me tell you, that mix right there, that song right there, there's a mix of that.
Yeah.
This got
That's
Method
a
Man,
sample, right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
DMX on it.
You didn't hear one scratch.
You need to find
The
that one.
original.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You need to
You're
get that
getting a
mix.
sample.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, I listened to it, and maybe it's one of those things like collard greens, like you say, that you got to try it over and over again before it grows on you.
You gotta try different
Throw some
people's
hot
collard
sauce on it.
greens.
That's a fact.
Yeah, different people's
some hot
collard
sauce.
greens.
Yeah.
Some people
hot
can't
sauce,
make
hot
them
sauce
hoes.
covers up a lot
Yeah,
of
the
collard
same.
greens.
Hey, but
Yeah.
Glory,
So I'm gonna try Kanye with collard greens and
Okay.
hot sauce. And it'll be all right.
Let's
if you
go.
ever need just want some collard greens but don't feel like going through the whole process,
Yeah.
Glory makes some great canned collard
Oh,
greens,
yeah.
dog.
That's
yeah,
my go-to.
collard greens to hold it. Canned collard
You
greens,
don't want to go
bro.
through the process.
Man,
Say you
you
don't wanna-
tripping.
I'm just saying.
I know.
I'm just
Man.
saying.
It ain't.
It ain't mama,
it ain't grandma. It ain't. But it's.
But it's
sufficient. Like,
J.A.'s.
it'll.
All more reason why I'm telling y'all need to go down to Houston, man, and really get y'all some real collard greens.
Hey,
No, them gonna be
Elton,
bomb.
man, go get y'all some. Go
Hey,
get some
man,
real.
go to
I
South-
agree.
man.
But you
South
said
Dallas
go
Cafe,
to
bro.
Houston
Go to Houston,
or go to
man.
South. You gotta go somewhere.
Well, I'm just
To
telling
get
you.
'em.
I'm
To
just
get 'em.
telling you.
But if
where
I want 'em
at,
at the
man.
house-
I know. Yeah.
Oh, okay. All
But
right.
if I want them at the house
That's what I'm
myself,
saying. Like now.
Yeah.
Like I can go to the grocery store and holler at the
All
glory.
right, so
Them
you
glories.
Bring them glories back.
Boy,
Them
y'all
glories.
something.
Just like that.
yeah. No, I ain't
But
saying
I'm
Glory
y'all
over.
something.
Glory is not on top, like by any
Bonita
means.
collard greens going hard,
Yeah,
dog. They
yeah.
got the turkey leg,
Yeah,
bone
that's
off
what I'm
in the
saying.
side,
Like, Glory ain't on top.
Yeah.
Don't get it twisted.
yeah,
It's just serviceable.
it'll get it done.
And it's
Yeah.
like we're past. It's like that pass. We're in that hot
Yeah.
sauce. That'll work.
It'll get
So
it
see,
done.
like
It'll
what
work
Mark's
for-
saying
it'll work.
is
Much love for
what Mark's
our
saying is like
homegrown
you
businesses.
go to the grocery store and get the Glory collard greens, and when that cute girl at the checkout sees you got them Glory collard greens,
Oh yeah.
she knows
Yeah.
that like you kind of need it.
You
Like,
need some
she-
real.
You need somebody to take care of you.
Exactly. It's like, oh, poor baby.
She's like, oh,
Yeah.
He got
Exactly.
the glory.
You got the
He got the
glories.
glory. Oh, you got some good collard greens, Renee?
You want-
Hey, Renee,
You
bro,
want to get
Renee
some
is a
the
chef.
sister in your
like,
life.
One day we're gonna have to have a Renee taste off, bro. 'cause
Oh,
Renee
yeah.
got them dishes, bro. Like,
Yeah.
bro, like,
Man.
I don't
There
know
we go.
what, I don't know how he
We can do
finds the time. But
We
I'm
can do that.
talking, bro. He's
Right.
good. Shit. I'm like, bro, that is
Shout
an
out
exquisite dish.
to Renee.
hey, I'm a
That's a
certified
great
judge
presentation.
for food.
So, Mark, you got Drake. You said you didn't even listen to the Kanye album.
No, I didn't. I like the first, I don't know, 10, 11. It was like I heard it and I was like, skip. Here, like, nope, skip.
No, I
I'm like, if
understand.
it ain't hitting like right now, I'm out. Because it's
See-
not going to be something I'm going to listen to 5 years from now.
I'm a fan. I knew what to expect. I know when Kanye drops something, it's not gonna be like bangers like for the club. This is like an experience.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? He makes his albums like movies.
Yep.
They start slow, and then they climax, and then there's a resolution. You know what I'm saying? Like that's
So,
his
like,
art, the way he makes his albums, and that's I
The
appreciate.
the last song that I heard, like, that just came on of Kanye's was, or that Kanye was on, was No Lie.
Yeah.
That's a banger.
Yeah.
No lie,
Yeah.
no lie.
Oh,
yeah.
gotcha.
It's, it's hard as fuck. Like,
Yeah.
you know that.
Yeah,
And
but it's
still, to this day, when it comes on, it's like, oh, shit.
but,
And it was chopped and screwed. Was it in Paris?
yeah.
And then, No Lie. When
Yeah.
the first time I heard it, it was like, oh,
Okay.
done. Like, that's
Yeah.
it. Bang, done.
Yeah.
Like, I really feel that.
Yeah, he had a few bangers on this one too, though, bro. But you got to
Oh,
get
I-
to him in the album.
Well, you send me the bangers.
Okay, I do.
And then we're going
I
to
do
next.
that. I do that.
I don't like to spend time like going through like I'm like that.
See, I
just
just-
send me the banger. Just
I
give me
just,
the
I
banger.
just ride
Let's
to
cut
the
it.
album.
I like the
dog.
clip notes.
You know, like with Drake, I'm good with Drake, but by like the 5th track, I'm like, that sounds like the 4th track and the 3rd track.
there
And the last 200
There you
tracks.
go.
Yeah, till Knife Talk.
But
Yeah.
that's not necessarily a bad.
21 Savage. It's like
that jam with
different.
21 Savage, dog.
Hey,
Project
That goes
yeah.
hard, dog.
Project
Pat.
Yeah,
That was
21.
it.
now that
Yeah.
song goes
I
hard.
was
I
on it.
must admit. So,
Yeah,
All right.
man.
you know, as you see here, Kanye wins the contest.
According to J.A. We didn't even vote.
I like that. Wait a minute.
Wait, who you got? Kanye or Drake?
I do.
Who you
I,
taking?
do I
He
have
was
to,
in the middle.
Yeah. Do
Oh,
I have
you
to?
was
Do I
in
have
the
to?
middle.
Is this
Yeah,
something I have to
you
take
gotta-
a
you
He
position?
gotta
plugged
pick
it,
one.
so Drake wins.
You gotta pick one.
Ah, dang, man.
Yeah.
We're going to edit that part out.
Yeah.
Man. So, on to the NCAA.
Yeah,
You
man.
know? Football, man.
It was a big
This
week.
felt like the
Man.
real first week of NCAA football was this week. I know it was last week, right?
Nah, but this was
But
yeah,
this was the
it.
week,
This was
man.
it. It was amazing.
You know, OU got out there. Hey, they played a away game at home. And
We
anytime
did.
you can pull something off like that, bro,
We did.
you got some clout. And also,
Or
you got a
we
hurricane.
didn't, it wasn't a choice. Yeah, it was also not a choice.
That was a natural disaster that took place.
Yeah, about that.
But it was a really good game, right?
Yeah, it was a
Tulane
good
came
game.
out, bro. They had some ballers. That quarterback took a
The quarterback
beating,
took
bro.
a beating and kept ticking.
I say OU was supposed to do that. I mean,
Yeah.
we
Win?
No, I say they were supposed to do that. They were supposed to win.
Oh, of
They were
course.
supposed to win.
Absolutely.
Oh yeah.
But it's hard to measure these preseason games, man. With when
It
you're
wasn't
dealing with-
acceptable.
Nah,
No, that was a poor
Nah.
performance by Oklahoma.
Bro.
Tulane rolling to Alabama, I guarantee you.
Oh yeah.
I
Smash out
guarantee
Texas.
you.
You see what I'm saying?
Like,
That's
period.
what
We know.
happened.
Yeah.
Because they're going to dominate the line of scrimmage every game until they come across somebody who has somewhat equal or
Yeah.
close in talent.
Yeah.
I'll put
Yeah.
Georgia in there. I'll put Clemson up there.
Really?
Ohio, huh? Yeah.
Georgia's a fake state. Like everything's fraudulent.
Where did this guy go?
They're all no. I mean, they're good, but they're not winning championships. Like
Man,
the Atlanta Braves won 14
this
straight
team this
division
year look
titles
good, man.
and won World Series.
This team this year look good.
Yeah.
Georgia,
they
they always good in the SEC East,
No doubt.
but don't ever win a national championship.
Look,
Atlanta
that's
Falcons,
fine.
they were up by 28 in the Super Bowl. Got beat.
Oof.
Matt
That's
Ryan.
worse.
Like dog, like
The worst. That's
that's
the
why
worst.
that's what I mean. Like they're good.
Yeah.
I got no disrespect, but I just never believe they're gonna win a national championship.
That's
or any
fine.
championship.
Well, what
The
you
Hawks.
believe is they'll whoop Tulane ass, and Oklahoma did. That's
do
what
know.
I'm saying.
We definitely
That's
know
all
that.
I'm saying.
Yeah. So
That's
nah.
it. In the second half, I mean, I just felt like, man, I don't know that coach actually really trusts this kid.
Spencer?
Yeah.
He should have.
But Oklahoma, when I look at, it's near and dear to my heart.
Yeah.
It's hard. Like, Spencer is going to have to prove me wrong. I wouldn't actually not be surprised if Caleb started getting playing time at some point during the season and or started the game,
Yeah.
to be honest. And if, we're not championship caliber with no defensive line.
Yeah.
That is consistently removing or replacing the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
Being hella active in the backfield and or stifling the run. We lost Ronnie Perkins, who was
Okay. He was a stud.
he was a dude. You need Alabama, LSU, Georgia,
Yeah.
Clemson. No, that caliber of D-line, if you're talking about winning that championship.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, championships are won in the trenches.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So
we know that.
Oh, you got that dub, man. So, Notre Dame, man, I gotta holler at them, you know what I'm saying? Like this game is the most difficult game for me to root for because my homie is the head coach of Florida State. This is the one game where I really wasn't even rooting for Notre Dame like that, bro.
So I feel like it turned out like you would have kind of liked it though.
Well,
right?
It was a great game.
Yeah.
It was a great game. Went to overtime.
Yeah.
Florida State came back.
Yeah.
They're much better than they were last year in the previous
night and
years.
day.
Like there is I believe they got a chance to win the ACC.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Based off what I saw from Clemson.
Yep.
And just knowing my boy and what he's capable of doing, and they had some dogs on defense.
They
bro.
really did.
Yeah.
They had some dogs on
really
defense.
did, yeah.
So it was a good showing for him, and it couldn't have turned out any better other than the Florida State win.
Yeah.
But I'm a Notre Dame guy.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm 6% Irish, dog. I was wondering where it came from,
I think this has to be
Follow the
year
rainbow
that
ass.
Hey,
we gotta force these guys into a conference, man. All this nonsense y'all doing, and then y'all just jump up to the top of the rankings every year. Nah, man.
Don't be mad because you ain't on NBC every week.
Why? I mean,
we NBC, baby. We got the biggest best contract in the league.
Is that they do play quality? They play a quality schedule. Like they do. They don't take all cupcake.
We have no cupcake games, bro.
Actually, technically, you're right. I guess we could look at the schedule last year, but no, they play
we won the ACC
very formidable
last year,
schedule,
right?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't beat Clemson in the championship, but we won the ACC. But
you guys
and Notre Dame will never.
Man. Y'all can't just be floating out here doing.
No, bro, we beating up on everybody. We beating up on the USCs and the Clemsons and the North Carolinas and like we're beating up on everybody, bro. Oh, you can come get it. They came and got it. Texas came and got it.
Indeed.
You know,
like
so we beat LSU in a bowl game. Like we're beating teams, bro.
Yeah.
So we know.
I'll say they're justified.
As long as we got 24 karat gold in our helmets, bro, we ain't signing on nobody's dotted line, man. So so we got to win, man. But much respect, man. I think the story of this game was Florida State, man, and the great improvement they made from last year. So, man, we're going to see. Mike, man, good luck, bro. You know what I'm saying? Send me a jersey, I'll rock it, bro. Because
Yeah.
for the first time in my
will.
life, man, I'm rocking with Florida State, man. I can't stand maroon schools. No offense, OU, but offense at the same time. But anyways, moving on. Alabama, of course, they went out.
Yeah.
I didn't
Man.
expect
Just throw
them
them
to
in the
roll.
national championship.
I mean, what other school do you know can lose a top quarterback, receiver, running back,
Right.
and I
Name
don't know
it.
how many got
2 receivers.
cornerback,
Yeah.
like
Nah, them guys,
all-
2 receivers.
yeah, all these guys first
Cornerback,
round.
linebacker, D-line.
Nick Saban's like, who cares?
Bro.
We go out, beat number 14, 44-13, bro.
Yeah.
That was a disgrace for Miami, bro. Like, were you expecting to see that?
Yeah.
You,
Yeah,
I had
we
20.
expect
I
to
was
see-
like
we definitely
21.
expect to see that,
I'm
yeah.
3
Yeah.
touchdowns for like 3 touchdowns.
y'all expected to see that with all those guys going and moving on to the
Man,
NFL. I thought it was going to be
Yes.
closer.
No,
Man, it's
but the
Alabama,
way they
bro.
groom,
It's a fact.
the way they
Yeah,
groom,
yeah.
They are
talent
already next
is
man up. They
unbelievable.
are
They
already
are.
waiting next man up.
What
Yeah,
them
it's
boys
right here.
eating out there,
they
dog?
are.
It's
It's amazing.
They on that Jeffrey Dahmer, dog. They eating humans, dog. They get to the field, they don't
Man,
care
right,
about your
that's
life,
it.
dog. Like
Hey.
Nick Saban got something crazy going out there, man.
It's
It's
awesome.
straight factory, bro.
Yeah, it's a factor. It's
They got-
unbelievable.
North Carolina got beat by Virginia Tech, man. So North Carolina's
a great
quarterback
game.
is supposedly a top quarterback in the draft
Yeah.
next year, but
That
can't be losing to
Virginia Tech's defensive line in that game was very impressive.
Yeah.
They got a lot of pressure rushing for, and I mean they came after him quite a bit, but they were in his face. But I would say he absolutely missed throws that if he's going to be the Heisman guy,
Yeah,
should have been made.
gotta make
There
it.
was a couple open guys,
Yeah.
and he had the ability to kind of to get them shoulders around and get it there,
Yeah.
and he just missed his target.
UT came in, got a good win against ULL. They ranked 23, but when was the last time anybody
Man.
looked at the Raging Cajuns? It was a good football
Yeah,
team. It's
yeah,
one
not
school.
really.
It's one school in
Yeah,
Louisiana, and that is LSU. Everybody knows that.
But you guys lost. Well, go ahead.
I mean, I ain't
Oh,
LSU.
you-
No, I ain't
you-
with them. I ain't rocking with them. They
Oh, you?
lost.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm
okay.
Notre Dame,
All right,
baby.
all right.
I'm Notre
Yep.
Dame, but
Okay.
LSU lost this weekend.
Yeah, LSU won. Didn't LSU lose?
LSU took no.
Man, LSU had to lose.
Had to UCLA.
UCLA. Oh, they did lose UCLA.
Did they lose?
Oh,
They did use UCLA. Yeah, Chip
They lost.
Chip Kelly out there, dog. Yeah.
38-27.
Wow, that's a.
Yeah,
I
they
mean, you could
lost.
say a good game. I mean, wow, that's impressive.
27.
So Chip Kelly might be doing something out there at UCLA, huh? Prime time out there, getting that
Man.
first dub, 7-6
Wow.
over a highly ranked HBCU, Florida A&M. You know what I mean? I wonder who won that battle of the bands. Them unis that Deion brought out this year for Jackson State. That is serious, bro. He got them looking real good, man.
They look good.
I don't know if you saw his press
They look
conference,
good.
but he's like, man, why don't the HBCUs got the names on the back of it? Was it $5? He said, I sponsor $5 for everybody to get the name on the back of the jersey. Hey, mama and them want to see it. I was like, yeah, you're right about that, man. That's why these kids
Yeah,
work,
That's
man.
funny.
Moving on to the NFL, man. So, we got week 1.
Week
Right.
1.
I'm done with my fantasy draft. So
Day
all
one,
3 of
yep.
them jumps.
I'm all set.
Yeah, good to go. I got A and 2 C's. But I still think my C's are going to win, bro. 'Cause
Yeah.
I know why I pick my guys,
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I got them
We're gonna
sleepers,
find out.
bro.
You
them
got
sleepers.
you went all sleepers
Got
on
them
one
sleepers,
on
dog.
2 squads.
Yeah.
Who's the biggest one?
My sleeper is really
That's a
Cobb
lot of-
in Green Bay
Oh, it's a
and
good one.
Antonio Brown.
That's
I
two.
think
Those
those
are
are
good.
my
I think
sleepers.
AB is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Prime and ready.
Prime and
Some
ready.
big
From what I've heard,
Yeah.
AB has been looking really good.
Yeah, and when is he not? The Cowboys and Bucks,
Nice.
man. Unfortunately, we got Zach Martin down this week.
Big one.
COVID. Jerry's still holding out hope
Yeah.
for a couple positive COVID tests. Hopefully today, so he can go and play tomorrow. But we'll see if that happens.
Yep.
But doubtful. And if he's not playing, even if he was playing, I don't think the Cowboys are going to win this game. Quite honestly.
Yeah, I think you're accurate.
Man, we still got to see what Dak gonna do. We just hadn't.
Yeah.
We hadn't had that test, man. We got to see it.
Even with a fully loaded Dak with a unbroken leg, like Dak still wasn't that thing to me, man. Like, I mean, and I'm not saying I'm not a fan. I want Dak to be great, but coming from a quarterback and Tony Romo that we had, and he made mistakes, taking chances, but he was an accurate quarterback. I ain't seen that accuracy out of Dak yet. I haven't seen him get the ball out on time yet. There's things I want to see Dak evolve into that I haven't seen yet. That's the only reason why I'm hard on him.
Look, he got the
Understood.
money. He got the money, so we ain't got no choice but to ride with that.
Yeah.
So,
At that point, that's the commitment.
That's it. We just gotta.
Them
He
intangibles-
gonna do it one way or the other.
Yeah.
Them
He
intangibles,
gonna
he's
do
much
what?
greater than Tony ever was.
He
with
gonna
them
win
intangibles.
something. He gonna do
He
something.
gonna win something.
He gonna
Yeah.
win something.
Like 7 games,
See, that's probably
7, 9,
10.
10 games.
10 games.
Man.
10-7.
Yeah.
So the Ravens, they got to overcome some big injuries,
Ooh,
right? So
Ooh.
Dobbins,
That's a lot of
Blows.
running back,
haymakers.
yeah,
I know.
they're number 1 draft pick,
Bateman.
right?
He had surgery. He actually had groin
Yeah,
surgery.
growing surgery. So
Groin
he's
surgery, bro.
out
You know
as
what the
well.
groin is. Y'all, I mean, that, fuck.
Yeah, and Hill, he's another running back, right?
Justice,
Yeah,
he's one of
Justice,
yeah,
the
yeah,
kind
he's
of
out too,
new
yeah.
explosive. I mean, the other explosive kind of guy.
But we see Lamar evolve this year.
Somebody said the backup may take Lamar's spot.
Nah,
Bro, he
no
had
way.
a great preseason.
Have
Hey,
you seen
come on.
Gene,
He's
bro?
really good.
I was like,
He's really
yo.
He's really, and he can throw the ball with
Oh
accuracy.
yeah, he can.
Like he
he
can
actually
maximize
can.
that offense. Now
He could.
he
could.
might not be as explosive
Man.
as
As a
Lamar
runner,
on an
no.
individual play,
No,
but
no. So
he can
yeah,
keep them chains moving.
he will keep the chains
And he's
moving.
on time with that football. And
Yeah.
accurate.
He really is. Well,
Yeah.
I don't know that. I mean, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens with Lamar and in the passing game.
Yeah.
Because we've all, I mean, consistently, everybody's kind of like, well, you know, their passing game has to improve in
Yeah.
whatever capacity. I think it's more efficiency than it is volume.
Yeah.
They don't need to throw the ball a ton. They just need to be more efficient with whatever it is that they're doing in
Clock.
the passing game.
Beating that clock up and beating that defense up until the second half for a big run.
Which is what we did. I mean, what we do.
Yeah.
But that hasn't. I don't know that it wins Super Bowls.
Yeah, because you got to get the points up now.
You're gonna have to
Yeah.
put the ball in the
As long as
air at
Brady
some
and
point.
Mahomes are playing.
Yeah,
That's
Aaron
right.
Rodgers.
Ooh, like I
You're
said,
gonna have
we're
to put the
all
ball
over
in there at
world
some
now.
point. Yeah.
Yeah.
But they had Lamar had to put the ball in there versus Buffalo
Yeah.
because the clock ran out, was
Yep.
running out, and they had to put and they couldn't.
Yep.
It was just, it looked bad, like it didn't look good at all.
Yeah.
Therefore, I don't know, that part has to fit in this year in some capacity for them to have a real chance to win the Super Bowl.
Yeah. Who do y'all see playing in the
Kansas
what
City.
That's
20,
good.
21st week of the season now? I guess.
Yeah,
Man, repeat.
Like, who you think it'll be? Kansas? You think it's a repeat? Bring it
Repeat.
back, run it back.
Man,
Kansas
I
City
don't.
and New England.
I said repeat.
Really?
It's a repeat, brother.
Man. Okay. Okay.
I mean, you got the best
Look.
of the best. I mean, you give
Yeah.
me, show me something else. We have proven
I-
pretty
it- I-
last year. We got proven. We know what we're going to see from last
we
year.
do. And when I
This
look
year's
at
a lot of
Tampa Bay over there,
speculation, man.
for
everybody else. With
except
all these new-
Tampa Bay, I know.
I mean, that's what I'm saying.
I know.
Everybody got new schemes, new structures they running, and you know what we're gonna do. We don't know if that
We don't know if
stuff's
that's
gonna work.
going. Yeah, I know.
I mean, we got to see
I
it.
know.
Yeah.
But I don't. I can't put them in the Super Bowl. I'm putting the Rams in there. I'm putting the Rams in there because of the defense, and I like McVay. I like what they have on offense.
Yeah. So
And
you
then
got
on-
Rams
And then in the AFC, I got KC.
Rams and KC.
Yeah.
Right on. Right on. And so who you got, Jay? Super Bowl. We know this is your expertise right here.
Right.
As long as you don't say Jackson State women's basketball.
Right. Yeah, we'll do better than that. It's like
It's hard to not.
it's so obvious that it's
Right.
like
Right.
I almost want to pull back from that.
No doubt.
But yeah, I kind of do. I kind of think that's
Yeah.
the direction that's probably going to go.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm tempted to just say Saints just to
screw it all
upset
up,
to
yeah.
upset the
Yeah.
whole.
Yeah. I mean, they did beat Brady
Without
up
the
2 out of 3
Breeze, I
games
don't know.
last year.
Without
didn't do it when it
Without the
counted.
Breeze, I don't know.
Yeah,
I know.
well,
It's
Yeah,
tough.
I
yeah,
don't know what
that's
Winston-
that's
I
the
like-
question.
I
Is
like
is
Winston.
I
there
do too.
Ooh,
He can
I
upset
know.
some things. He had the longest
He
pass.
He got the
season
long
for
ball.
last
He
year,
got
yeah.
he got the long ball, but I don't know. I just.
It's like you said a while ago. It's
hard.
untested.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's untested.
It's
Yeah,
untested.
we got to see.
But
What you got?
But not.
gonna be hard to say. Hard to say. You know, like I
NFC.
said, KC and probably. I think I'm gonna stick with my. Upset the apple cart and
New
say
Orleans?
say New Orleans.
New Orleans.
New Orleans.
So you
Yeah.
got New Orleans
Chiefs.
and KC.
And the
New Orleans
Saints.
and KC.
Alright,
One of those
okay.
is probably right.
I'm gonna go the other way.
Okay.
I think the Bucks are
Like,
gonna do it.
Yep.
Right.
Okay.
I just think they're really good, and the NFC is not as strong as it has been in past years. Right. But AFC,
Mm-hmm.
got two names for you.
Yep.
Who you got?
OBJ and Jadeveon Clowney.
Yeah.
Man.
Yeah. Those are good
That
names.
Cleveland defense is gonna be sick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is.
Jadeveon Miles Garrett
Then got your guy
coming
over
off the edges.
Yeah. They're
there. Baker
gonna
Mayfield.
Baker
with that
Mayfield,
ring. They're gonna work that clock.
OBJ,
And I love Baker's.
Kareem
I love
Hunt,
Baker,
Nick
the
Chubb.
character.
Man.
Yes.
Yeah.
And the,
Yeah,
the
you
battle.
know what? We want to give them. I want to give Cleveland a
You know,
chance. I do want them to have a
that-
shot.
yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
Because
I'm with that.
they've been down for so long. I
Yeah.
like to see them
Yeah.
have their
I
shot.
want to see the
I
Cleveland
think they're
Browns.
playoffs.
Yeah,
I
For
believe
they're
sure.
definitely playoff.
No doubt.
Cleveland, and the
Definitely.
battle they gave they gave a full power KC trouble last
Oh,
year.
that-
Mahomes
that's a
was
chance
out.
to-
He was
to go up.
concussed.
And win.
Finish that game.
Man,
Yeah.
started.
So that's old school hard hitting defense.
Yeah.
NFL Films defense. You know what I'm saying?
Man.
Steve
Yeah.
Sable, dog.
Yep.
Right. So
okay.
this is my upset. Cleveland Browns Super Bowl this
Super
year
Bowl this
Ooh, man.
Yeah.
versus the Tampa Bay Bucks, man.
year.
And if
Man.
it happens,
Yeah.
y'all know y'all heard it first.
Okay.
Man.
But I think that addition of Jadeveon Clowney on the edge with
Yeah.
Myles Garrett is
Yeah.
something to reckon with.
It is.
And if they can stay healthy. NBA, quick news, DeAndre Jordan joined the Lakers this year, man. That could be a big special piece, man.
The
So we
next
got
line of super
DeAndre.
team.
And, yeah, bro. Hey,
Another
they-
super team.
All-Star 2012 up in
Yeah.
LA right now. You
Yeah.
know, so we'll see what happens, man. That was huge for him. MLB, Rangers just want to kick this out there. They are who we thought they were. 49-88 right now. Nothing to watch there. Keep your eyes closed. Don't even worry about them. Let's work for the next 3 years.
That's close.
Home run leaders. Salvador Perez.
Yeah.
Told you he might
Damn.
catch a young man. He now has 41.
That was
Man.
quick.
Right? 2 weeks ago, the man had 33. You know?
Dang. Okay.
Got 8 bombs in 2 weeks. He's running up, bro. He's
He
gonna
found
give
something.
Shohei.
He found something.
Okay,
Found
but,
something.
He found something.
but the question is, so yes, he did,
Yeah.
no doubt. But what's up with Ohtani? He's not racking up as many on his
Consistency.
side.
Consistency.
Yeah,
So, I
that's
mean,
fine.
he's been a consistent right here.
Yeah,
Right,
that's what he
And,
does.
and Salvador was here, and he's on this.
Yeah.
He's on this
Hockey-
uptrend right
hockey
now.
stick.
So, you know, that's
Yeah.
just like a good, when it comes to March Madness,
Right.
you don't want the team to be like here all season.
Yep.
Winning every game. You don't want Gonzaga. You want Baylor. You know what I'm saying? You want the team that's on that uptrend. So,
Yeah,
hey, I
yeah.
think Salvador might catch him before the season
For
ends.
sure.
He might.
He
Man.
might.
Is
So
he
he
gonna-
might
is it-
catch the pitcher.
Yeah.
Is he?
Yeah.
I was gonna say,
And
is he
I
gonna
think
start?
that's what he's taking to heart.
Is he
He's
gonna
going to
start?
pitch and win the home run title?
Yeah, I get it.
That's what I was gonna say. Is he's gonna start pitching too?
No, he's not going to
Nope.
do that.
Yeah.
But he'll keep catching. Hitting bombs. To have a catcher leading the league is dang just as impressive as a pitcher leading the league in home runs. Because catchers can't hit.
Really?
Yeah.
Straight
That's
up.
interesting.
Straight up. Buster Posey, Pudge Rodriguez.
Yeah.
I mean, these are respectable catchers. Vlad up in not Vlad, my guy
Who
up
was
in
with the
St. Louis.
Cardinals?
Yeah, he's still there. He's like 21 years next year.
Damn.
Yeah, bro. So,
Amazing.
Yadier Molina.
Yadier.
Yeah, bro. Yadier.
So
That's the
that's
man.
rare.
Yeah, that's rare. So, Jonas, man, Tech Talk, baby. What's good? What you got for us this week, Jay?
All right. What do you do when you get fired?
On your day off or just period?
If you get fired on your day off, you're doing it wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, it's still in
When you get
boxes,
fired,
Craig.
You don't sabotage your
All
company.
right.
It depends.
There's a
Yeah,
guy
some
at
people do.
at
Yeah.
a credit union in
I
New
heard
York.
people going postal.
Yeah.
Well, this guy
that's-
seems to think he did. So a guy got fired from a credit union in New York, and he basically wiped out 21 gigabytes of data as a revenge. They're saying as
God.
a
Oh, my
revenge
God.
thing.
Oh my gosh.
Now, y'all saying, "Oh my gosh," I'm looking at that thinking, man, if you ain't talking terabytes, we
Yeah.
ain't even talking
Yeah.
about nothing.
Yeah, you're right.
like
You're
that.
right.
big.
Like I delete 21 gigabytes every day
Yeah,
Yeah.
just trying to keep space.
just
Yeah.
to make some space.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I guess it depends on what 21 gigabytes it is.
But you
Yeah.
did say a credit union, so this has
was
to
a
do
credit
with
union,
finance.
that's right.
So as we're dealing with finance,
Uh-huh.
brother,
Yeah.
we're talking about some
Could-
potential
could
criminal
get
charges
serious.
on this.
Yeah,
thing.
absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Oh, I forgot there was one subject. Can I add to Tech Talk this week?
Absolutely. I think I know where you're going.
The NFL banned NFTs. and
Banned
blockchain.
NFTs
Oh,
and
yeah,
blockchain.
I saw that.
What is up with
So,
that?
yeah,
Is that an NIL thing or is that
No.
a
Not in the
No.
NFL.
I know.
You know,
In the
NIL. There would be
You
no
can make
NFL
money
if
on
there
it. You
was
make
no
as much
NIL.
money as you can in marketing if you can.
Right.
Yeah.
But so what's
why would
what's
they
their
do that?
I'm thinking a big
What's
part
that?
of that got to do with because a lot of it is hinging on the players' actions or what the players have done.
Yeah.
And a lot of that may be you have to split that money down the middle. You
Well,
that
well,
money
because
down.
licensing.
Yeah, if it's that's what I think at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I mean,
NFL
because
helmets
you're
and
using
uniforms
something.
and-
I mean,
Right.
I mean, obviously that's their stuff. But if you're
Yeah.
talking about using, you know, something that's a player has done to
Yeah.
make that into, you know,
Yeah.
an NFT, you know, you got to pay that player now.
And this NFT
So-
and this blockchain is a personal thing. This ain't
Yeah.
the
Right,
whole NFL, right?
Correct.
So in order to use my image and my logos, I need a cut.
Right.
You
So
cut
if
it
they
out.
haven't put
But
that in the
Did
language
they?
yet,
Yeah, I
Right.
wonder what it said specifically because a player can create it. I mean, you can still create an NFT.
it just can't have
Well,
the NFL. So
Let's
for
think
instance,
about
like,
it. You remember when my man was doing this?
Dez?
Dez
Yeah.
was doing that.
Yeah.
So let's say he wanted to take that and do it himself.
And
Yeah.
he did.
Well,
and
he probably
actually.
did, but
But
I'm
he's
saying if
retired. But
if
he
a
wanted to take
player-
that X.
If the
Throw it up.
NFL wanted to do it, then
Wearing Nike
Yeah.
hoodie
Yeah.
and Nike joggers. Make
so
the
does this
introduction.
also ban the
Right.
ability of the player to get a partial of their contract in Bitcoin?
Yeah, that's not going to change.
I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. I didn't know if
Well,
that
that's a
would now
currency.
just keep that away from
No doubt.
if they can no longer do that. But that's a very
No.
smart.
No.
But the
smart
NFT
tool.
thing, I get that.
Yeah.
It's just like trading cards.
Yeah, exactly.
That's all it
Exactly.
is.
Trey got to run.
Trey's got to
Oh,
leave us.
Got a
gotta
jet,
run.
got a jet. You know, and I don't want to keep the man from doing his
Oh,
business.
jet?
This
You wanna
man
get on
about
that jet?
business.
Well,
But I want
Net
to thank y'all
Jets,
so much for having me
Leonard
on,
Jets.
bro.
Bro, this was great, man.
Man.
Got to do it again
Man.
sometime, bro.
Hey,
I
look,
appreciate
I love
it.
to come hang out
Bro.
with you guys
You
anytime,
know,
man.
might be
Absolutely.
congressman. You know, we
Hey.
went from sergeant to doctor. Might be congressman
Man,
next
God
time
say
you
the
back in the
same,
building.
man.
You
Yeah.
know?
God say the same.
Yeah,
I really
bro.
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
it, though, man. Thank y'all so much for having me on. I
Absolutely,
look forward
bro.
to meeting with y'all again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
for
man,
sure.
this was great,
Absolutely.
man. Great time
Absolutely.
having you. Appreciate you coming on, bro. And yeah, we, you know, I throw the guns up one time for you. Hey, I got an old coach out there, Tim Tadlock,
throw
in the
the ga-
baseball squad. So yeah,
Oh,
bro,
that's
it's,
what's up.
yeah, it's going down. It's
I'm
going
like,
down.
pop out.
Hey, Trey, where can they
Bang,
find you
bang.
at? Trey, where can they
Work
find
on-
you at, bro?
Look.
Websites, any, you know,
Well,
whatever you got.
obviously, my campaign stuff is up, man. So I'm at Sergeant Pennie, still Sergeant Pennie. Everybody still know me as Sergeant Pennie. But look, you can find me anywhere. National Fallen Officer Foundation. I'm still doing. That's probably my biggest advocacy right now. Traveling to the country, just trying to raise support for our police across the country, guys. So
Yeah.
Right
look,
on.
we moving in another different phase right now. So
Yeah.
we got to start coming together and just start figuring out how we can work together, man. Seriously.
Absolutely, man.
So,
Absolutely,
exactly.
man. We had a good time with this episode. Trey Pennie was amazing, man.
Yeah,
Great dude.
He's a good dude, yeah.
Young dude, a lot of knowledge, a lot of experience, man. Y'all gotta check out his book.
It's got
Look
a
into the dude.
hell of
He's
a
got-
fight ahead.
Yeah, he's
You
got one hell of a fight ahead of him, man.
Yeah.
But hey, I think he's got he dude with the right heart, doing it for the right reasons, man. Unlike a lot of these guys out here in the streets and politics. But yeah, man. But next Wednesday, same time. Next week, we got a future champion on the show. Mr. Frank Martin in the house, coming from Derrick James's team. This man's been knocking dudes out, winning fights left and right. Golden Gloves champs from Indiana, Indianapolis, and Jalen Smith's cousin, right, from the Dallas Cowboys. So got some
Okay.
family ties right down
Family
here in D.
ties.
But yeah, he'll be on the show next week. Frank, man, can't wait to have you, bro. It's gonna be a great show. Let's get it next Wednesday, sometime around noonish.
Peace.
We out.
Feel like I'm the last man standing. 4-5, sitting on my dresser like a bandit. Oh my, why you scared? There ain't no need